What is going on, YouTube? Tom here, and yes, my 10,000 mile review of my 2018 Mustang GT. The other day, I'm driving home from a car meet, and yes, it actually did finally hit 10,000 miles, which I've been waiting on doing it for a while. Basically, I don't drive the car a whole lot. It is my weekend car more so than a daily driver, so I've had it now for about a year and a half, and so 10,000 miles in a year and a half is really not bad on mileage. Like I said, not a daily for me, really only ever for car shows, cars and coffee, and the occasional run through Mexico. And also I drive it to go see my girlfriend in, because she absolutely is in love with this car. Yes. Coming down the side over here, and I do apologize for how dirty it looks right now. We're in love bug season again, so it is dirty non-stop. Love bug season, you do not keep your car clean. And just as a little bit of proof over here, hopefully you all can see that. Yes, 10,000, now 12 miles. But I just wanted to make this review to talk about the goods and the bads with this car. Because yes, there have been some good and bad things about owning it. So I guess the first one is, we'll just go ahead and kind of clear out the elephant in the room for those who have followed this channel for a while, and that has been this transmission. Some of you all might remember what happened to me back in March with this transmission. Well guys, buy a Ford, they said. My 6-speed just became a 4-speed. Yes, that's right. It broke. The infamous 3/4 shift fork broke on my car. And the car was down for a month at the dealership getting it fixed. And of course, since then, the transmission has worked flawlessly. Mostly because it has got a new, basically the entirety of third gear was replaced in addition to the shift fork. So, something to keep in mind if you do buy a 2018 Mustang with the manual transmission. The 3/4 shift fork is weak. And if it hasn't broken on that car, it will break. There is no, well, you need to learn how to drive, all this other stuff. I was getting so triggered with everybody online just basically saying, well, you need to learn how to drive. That's not true. It is the transmission, because since I've gotten this transmission back, I drove it just as hard as I ever have before, and it has not locked me out a single time. Alright, coming over here to the tires of the car. Now my car, of course, is a performance pack, so it is fitted with the Michelin P4S tires, which as you can see here with the wear strip, hopefully you all can make this out. It's actually got a pretty good amount of tread left in it for 10,000 miles. The tires are in pretty good shape. Yeah, good amount of tread left to the wear spot. Now they are, of course, the sportier compound, these tires. This being a performance pack, it is made for some sporty driving and for more handling. So yes, the tires are a bit stickier. So yeah, because of that, there was some concern when I got this car about the tire wear. And of course, the big one was with the 15 through 17 performance pack Mustangs. They were fitted with Pirelli P0s, which were notoriously bad with tire wear. Well, as you can see, the P4S is 10,000 miles. There's still easily another 10,000 in them. The typical wear rating I hear from people is between 18 to 20,000 miles. And of course, I don't really track my car. I do plan to take it down the drag strip, but I'm not looking to consistently track this car. So I honestly think 20,000 should be easy with them. Now these tires, the problem is they are expensive. I found a set online. All four is $1,800. So they are not cheap tires, but they are pretty good. And as of right now, unless I truly decide I need to go with a lot more power with this car, these tires, I'm just going to get another set of P4Ss because they are pretty good. They have been good to me. Now, a little review on the P4S tires. With this car, from a dig, they will spin in first gear. First gear will cause them to break loose, and sometimes even through second gear, if it's cold enough. 90% of the time it will hook in second gear, but if it's the tires, there's just not enough heat in the tires or the temperature outside is cold, yeah, second gear, it'll break them loose too. Oh, that's pretty rare because I really don't hoon the car that much. It's mainly leaving cars and coffee and car meets. And of course, then everybody's like, hey, Mustang leaving, everybody watch out. Yeah, Mustang joke. But yes, of course, coming over to the rears, the business end of the car, just to check out the wear. Yeah, they're of course a lot worse, but so far it looks like I've got a pretty good amount of tread left. Because if I don't replace them with P4Ss, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and go with something like the 555Rs or Proxies. I don't even know what yet, because there's a lot of different options out there. One proposal I'm actually gonna make, and this is kind of going a little off topic for the video, I'm actually thinking I might move the rear wheels up to the front and then get a wider set of wheels for the back that can fit 305 tires. At stock, it comes with the 255s up front and then 275s rear. And of course, there's a lot of people know with this car you can't rotate tires because of the staggered setup. Performance pack struggles. And that's something a little off topic. That's for another video. Coming up front to the car here. Now, as a lot of people know, I had this car clear brawled on the front bumper and the mirrors, which they have held up really well. Can't even see through this clear bra right now because of all the bug spots. There's a couple of like wear spots in the clear bra that you can't notice. Here is kind of the worst one. That camera's probably not even gonna pick that up. Overall, it has held up really well, and I'd rather it have spots like that in the clear bra than in the paint. Here's the worst one on the mirror. It's like a little rock chip. Yeah, in hindsight, I should have had more of the car done because it does get a lot of rock chips on it. That's kind of unfortunate. The paint is really thin on this car, and I see all these bug spots I want to start cleaning. Yeah, the paint is really thin. Unfortunately, Ford, their paint is not the absolute greatest, so it does attract rocks pretty well. I'm trying to find a good spot, and I've done as best I can to fix as many of them. There's one there that I fixed. There's like this random door ding, again, I fixed. And then I got one kind of hidden down here in the door jamb that I have yet to fix. So yeah, the rock chips are unfortunate. The paint is so thin, it chips without really trying too hard. I mean, from literally 2 feet away, it looks perfect. I also did have the car ceramic coated, which I highly recommend. And then, of course, for the windows, as you see, I've got them tinted. I honestly don't remember the exact tint numbers off the top of my head. 80% on the windshield, though, ceramic window tint. So it's actually still legal. On the sides, if I remember correctly, that's 30% on the sides and then 25% on the 2 back windows on the sides and the rear glass. So overall, not bad. It's the barely legal tint for Florida, although it's not even enforced. Either way, the tint's held up. This tint is held up well. Of course, that's not Ford that did it. That's SunTech window tint and also the SunTech clear bra. Of course, I'm pretty happy with this SunTech stuff. I went into the shop that did it asking for XPEL like everybody says to online. XPEL is a really good marketing campaign. So it's almost like people use XPEL as a synonymous word for clear bra. Well, they said, no, we'll do XPEL if you request it. However, SunTech holds up a lot better. So I was like, yeah, hey, you all are the ones installing it. I'm gonna trust you all. Also had the headlights done to protect against yellowing. And the side markers. I also had some spots done behind the wheels. Yeah, overall, that's held up well. I've been happy. Coming back over here to the exhaust. A lot of people know I got the active exhaust option, which is awesome because you can change the tone of the exhaust. I'll put a clip up of how it sounds. Also, of course, had the X-pipe put in, a Resonator Delete X-pipe from Steeda. And that's really awesome because it just helps that sound a lot better. So otherwise, the stock, it just didn't have a lot of sound to me. It just kind of lacked the overall tone. X-pipe really helps. especially with the stock mufflers, it creates that unique sound. And of course, in person, when people hear this car, they give me a lot of compliments. People are always asking, what's the exhaust setup you got? Because it sounds amazing. So I've been really happy with that. Now, of course, some people have actually had problems with active exhaust where it just fails to switch modes. Mine has not had a problem. My exhaust setup is also fairly mild. I don't have some crazy setup. I still have cats on the car. I still have the stock mufflers. I haven't messed with any of that. Majority of people who have problems with active exhaust, it's usually because they put catless long tubes and they got all that hot exhaust gas basically melting coils and melting the valves. So if you do hear of people having a problem, chances are it's because they have a catless exhaust setup. And of course, another common problem that I have yet to experience, and because this is Florida, I know I probably will experience it coming inside to talk about this, and that is the air conditioning, which actually it's currently hot, so turn the car on here. Boy, it gets hot fast around here in Florida. 89 degrees according to the car. So we get the AC flowing. Mine still blows ice cold. Of course, again, 10,000 miles, I don't expect a problem. However, that doesn't mean there won't be a problem. So hopefully the Mustang doesn't have it soon. Hopefully if it does have it, I can get it fixed under warranty, because that's expensive repair. And from what I understand, that happens basically on every S550. The evaporator core goes out. Unfortunate, however, this is a Ford, so it is kind of to be expected with some problems. So far it blows cold and it's cooling me off very well. Alright, as we move over here to the engine bay of the car. Now, of course, it's still stock. I have yet to really modify it too much. I do want to get a cold air intake soon, and also a set of long tube headers. As you know, I'm a broke college kid, so unfortunately, paying off the car was the bigger decision I had to make. I wanted the car paid for in stock rather than a modified bank-owned car. But other really than the dirt, this engine has been reliable. A lot of people kind of have their opinions on the Gen 3 Coyotes like this car. A lot of them have, and I know I will get asked if I don't mention this in this video, I will get asked, do I have the infamous motor tick? And the answer is yes. Yes, I do. However, the motor tick is exactly as Ford describes as normal. I put a normal in quotes because they put out a TSB and basically said, if you have the motor tick, it's normal. It's not anything to worry about. These cars have been ticking since 2011 when the Coyote first came out. It is now a direct injected motor, meaning it's going to have a slight tick just for the fact that it has a high pressure fuel system. Unlike older port injection cars, it has also got a composite oil pan beginning in 2018, meaning basically plastic. Of course, that's going to reverberate ticks a lot more. And on top of that, it's already a complicated motor. It's a dual overhead cam setup, 4 valves per cylinder. Right there alone, you just got a lot of moving parts. So simply put, it's going to tick just by the nature of its design. Now, I of course have now had 2 oil changes with the car, both at a little under 5,000 a piece. Actually, I think they were 4,000 a piece, just because I decided let's go ahead and get it done early. And of course, neither one anything came back as an issue. There was no metal in the oil, and I didn't do an oil analysis. However, I just didn't feel the need. Ford said it's normal. I'm going to continue to trust Ford, however. I know a lot of people are going to argue that, oh no, Ford's wrong, they're all ticking time bombs, all this other stuff. Because I haven't really had an issue, I don't feel the need to worry about the tick. Now my tick, it only does it on warm start. And it really only does it some of the time. It typically does it when it's blazing hot outside, not even when it's cold. So luckily, because it's actually getting cooler out, I probably will notice it less. Now, with this last oil change I did, I had the car switch to 5W30 oil as opposed to 5W20, which is what the car recommends. They recommend 5W30 for cars that are tracked, or basically, in other words, just driven hard, which mine is. I drive this car pretty hard when I do drive it. So And I noticed after I did that, it did go away a little bit less. And in fact, I feel like it's gotten better since the oil change. Maybe just a placebo effect that, yes, I requested to spend more money to get an oil change. It was a $100 oil change. Maybe that's all that. Maybe because I spent the money in my mind, it's going away. But it just hasn't been anything to worry about. The car has not had a check engine light. I don't feel like it's burning oil. It still runs fine. It runs just as fast as it did. I'm happy with it. I don't feel the need to worry about this motor. And of course, if the tick were to start getting worse or continue, yeah, eventually I probably will do an oil analysis. Definitely I would like to get one done before the warranty expires, because if I do need a new motor, I can get it under warranty. And I have had friends that have had to get them replaced under warranty. Hopefully, I don't have to join them. Alright, back in the car, back into the AC, because it is starting to get hot. It's already close to 90 degrees today, and it's just going to get hotter. I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I know it's not been the most action-packed of videos, but I wanted to make this while I had the opportunity to. Definitely just talk about the car, because I know a lot of people have asked me, is it worth getting a Mustang still? And my answer is yes. I have no problems with this car other than that transmission having gone out. I easily am going to keep this car. I'm not looking to get rid of it anytime soon. I'm not looking to trade it. There's no real reason to get rid of this car at the moment. I mean, yeah, it's not been without its problems. Again, my transmission going out, the motor ticking. But overall, it has been reliable. It's been good. My girlfriend still is in love with the car. I've even talked about it briefly. There's a Terminator that came up for sale local to me, and I thought, man, it's perfect. It's red. It's got pretty low miles. I was like, ugh, $23,000 is all they're asking. I thought, man, I could get into that, sell this car, still have some money left over, and maybe even consider a blower swap on the Terminator. Showed it to my girlfriend. No. Nothing's wrong with the car I got. This car is paid for, so there's really no reason to start thinking about a new car. Overall, I would say this, though. I learned my lesson on getting the first year of a car. Do not get a 2018 because you will have transmission problems. But overall, I'm still going to recommend the 19 and up Mustang. I would definitely recommend it to anybody in the market. Still a pretty good car. You're going to have a lot of fun with it. I rest my case that I will always own a Mustang in my life, no matter what. Even if it's not this car, even if I at some point decide to sell this car, I will always have a Mustang in whatever future car collection I start. Because it has been fun to have a Mustang. But anyway, let me know in the comments section below what you think about this. What do you think about the reliability on the Mustangs? Any other owners out there? Definitely let me know your experience. Good, the bad, the ugly. Because I want to hear it. Because I've given you my honest review on what I think about this car. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you are stopping in for the first time, go ahead and subscribe. I know I'm not getting videos out to you as much as I'd like, but college keeps me busy. But this weekend I do have another weekend off, so look for Cars and Coffee. And I got some more, I'm always keeping up with the car news. I got another video I'd like to make this week in terms of car news. Anyway, take care, have a good day.